Now, conditions in the Bahamas are said to be rapidly deteriorating 6 days after Hurricane Dorian ripped through the islands. Tens of thousands of people are homeless. Many are now desperate to flee the destruction in the Abaco Islands and Grand Bahama. Cruise liners, private planes and helicopters are all being used to help those still trapped. The official number of dead still stands at 43, but that's expected to rise dramatically as the situation becomes clearer. Well, Randy Crowe is a newly retired pastor. He led a congregation for 12 years until recently in Manawa Key, a small island just 4 miles north of Marsh Harbour on the Abaco Islands, and he joins us now. Thank you, Pastor Randy Crowe, for joining us. Just tell us some of the experiences people on the island have endured who you've spoken to.
Thank you, Simon. We've talked to some of our members. They actually, in the middle of the storm, left their house and went to a neighbor's house so that they would be able to have some safety. We had a family on the island, a husband, wife, and their 1-year-old child, and the dad actually tied the child to the mother to make sure that the child didn't get blown away in those 180 to 220 mile an hour winds. It was pretty heroic.
You pastored at a church for 12 years on the island. We have some before and after shots of that church. How upsetting is it to see pictures like this when you've been there for so long?
Oh my goodness, it's a wonderful little church, and to watch it just be demolished by a hurricane in just 24 hours, 48 hours, it breaks your heart, to say the least. But more than that, it's the people. The church is just a building, but we hurt for our people because of what they're going through.
You're going on Wednesday, I believe. How are you preparing for that, and what's the reason for that trip?
We have an airplane, the model here, and we'll be flying that airplane in loaded with full supplies. We also have multiple airplanes going in with us, and we'll all be going in and just delivering goods to the people so that we can service them.
You obviously still have friends on the island from your time there. How have they been describing the situation there?
Oh, they just said it was horrible. Worst thing they've ever been through in their life. Our little island just got decimated to be the same. It is a real idyllic little island that's a major tourist trap. But some of the sweetest Christian people you'd ever meet, just lovely folks that help others.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about Marsh Harbour and Abaco. This is obviously a much smaller island. Just how vulnerable is it because it's got so few resources and people on it?
It's not very vulnerable. It is an island that we have one little policeman that's there, and he doesn't have to carry a gun. There's very little crime on Man-O-War. The people there are just amazing, have great morals, good Christian community.
You don't think there's any chance that authorities may overlook the island because of its size?
I don't think so, but we're going to make sure they're not forgotten. We have DC-3s, we have Cherokee 6s, we have private planes, caravans. We have multiple agencies that are going in, including Missionary Flights International and Samaritan's Purse. We'll make sure they're covered.
And you're taking supplies over there, which are obviously really necessary right now. What's the main thing that people need at the moment?
We're getting tarps into there, we're getting chainsaws into there, meals ready to eat, protein bars, batteries. A lot of the women and children, we're gradually getting them off of the island into Nassau, into Florida, with family and friends so that the men would be able to put some of the houses back together.
Dr. Randy Crowe, I wish you best of luck on Wednesday. It's incredibly good what you're doing, and obviously it's really traumatic going to places that have been destroyed. But thank you so much indeed for joining us, and best of luck.
Thank you. IslandOutreach.com. That's who we are. Thank you, sir.